In the fast-paced world we live in, it can often feel like emotions are in the driver's seat, controlling our actions and reactions. Emotional dominance, however, is about a man's ability to remain composed, centered, and emotionally steady, regardless of the external chaos. It's not about repressing emotions or being emotionally unavailable. Instead, it's about navigating the emotional spectrum with grace and control. This concept of emotional dominance resonates deeply with women. The idea that a man can remain calm under pressure, never losing his cool in stressful situations, is incredibly attractive. Imagine a relationship where your partner stays grounded when things go awry. Maybe you've had a challenging day at work, or there's been a disagreement at home, but your partner, instead of reacting with frustration or anger, remains composed. This calmness is not only reassuring, but also empowering. It allows women to feel safe, knowing they can rely on their partner to maintain balance in times of emotional turbulence. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who believed in mastering one's emotions, understood the immense value of emotional control. According to Stoicism, emotions should not rule over a person. Instead, a person should regulate their emotions through reason and virtue. In relationships, this emotional regulation translates into a partner who doesn't let emotional turmoil dictate his behavior. He is capable of responding thoughtfully and constructively, even when faced with adversity. Think about a time when you've been in a stressful situation, perhaps a disagreement with a loved one or a work crisis. A man with emotional dominance doesn't let his frustration or anger dictate his reactions. Instead, he responds with measured consideration, even in the face of personal discomfort. This quality allows him to maintain a sense of emotional stability that can be deeply comforting for a partner. Women are naturally drawn to men who possess emotional dominance because it provides a sense of security. In a world where unpredictability and emotional outbursts are common, a man who remains emotionally stable and composed becomes an anchor. This sense of emotional stability is invaluable in relationships, as it allows both partners to navigate life's ups and downs together, with confidence and trust in one another. A man who practices emotional dominance doesn't only display this quality during major crises, he also shows it in everyday interactions. How he handles minor disagreements, frustrations, or stress can speak volumes about his emotional maturity. When faced with an annoying situation, for example, he doesn't escalate the problem, but instead approaches it with calm reasoning. He takes a moment to pause, reflect, and choose a response that fosters understanding rather than conflict. Erotic Mystery is not about playing games or deliberately being elusive. It's about retaining a sense of intrigue and depth that keeps others fascinated and drawn to you. The allure of mystery is undeniable. People, especially women, are naturally curious creatures. They want to uncover layers, discover what lies beneath the surface, and engage in the process of exploration. When a man is mysterious in an emotional or intellectual way, it creates a magnetic attraction that draws people closer. A man who reveals everything about himself too quickly can inadvertently spoil the mystery that makes him intriguing. Think about the men who take their time to open up, share their vulnerabilities, and allow others to see them only in stages. Women find this process irresistible because it sparks their curiosity and fuels their desire to learn more about the person they're interested in. Imagine a man who doesn't talk endlessly about his past, his desires, or his accomplishments. Instead, he shares bits and pieces, leaving space for discovery. This quality is often observed in someone who understands the value of keeping some aspects of their life private. The mystery isn't necessarily about hiding something nefarious. It's about preserving an aura of enigma that makes the other person want to peel back the layers over time. In relationships, this mystery also plays a role in creating an ongoing emotional connection. When someone's layers are constantly revealed, there's nothing left to discover. But when there's an element of mystery, it creates an ongoing sense of anticipation. The dynamic of wanting to know more about a person keeps the attraction alive. It's a process that never feels finished, and that ongoing curiosity fuels desire. The Stoics also valued restraint in their interactions with others. While they were not known for being secretive, they understood the value of tempering what they revealed about themselves. The Stoic approach to relationships would likely favor the idea of keeping certain aspects of one's life and personality private, not as a manipulation technique, but as a way of cultivating a deeper and more meaningful connection. A person who knows when to speak and when to remain silent, and when to reveal or conceal personal details, becomes someone of great emotional power and allure. The key here is not to become a mysterious figure who withholds the truth, but rather someone who engages others in a way that leaves them intrigued. The ability to maintain mystery doesn't mean playing mind games, but rather embracing the complexity of who you are and letting the right people see different sides of you at the right time. Certainty is one of the most magnetically attractive qualities a man can possess. It's the deep, unshakable belief in who he is, what he stands for, and the direction he's heading. It's a quality that provides confidence in oneself, a clarity of purpose that women find both admirable and essential. Women want to be with someone who is sure of his values, his purpose in life, and who he is at his core. A man who exudes certainty doesn't second-guess himself or fluctuate with every opinion that comes his way. Instead, he moves through life with a steady hand, confident in the decisions he makes and the direction he's taking. Certainty is attractive because it provides a sense of stability. It's the opposite of indecision, doubt, and hesitation. A man who is certain of himself offers clarity to the woman in his life, which translates into security. She knows that the man she's with is not easily swayed by external forces. This self-assurance reassures her that he can handle life's challenges with confidence and wisdom. For example, imagine a man who is faced with a difficult situation, whether it's a career choice or a personal dilemma. Instead of wavering or seeking validation from others, he takes time to think through his options and makes a decision based on his values and long-term goals. This decision-making process is grounded in his understanding of who he is, and it allows him to navigate life with confidence. Women find this kind of certainty incredibly attractive because it shows that the man is self-assured and unshaken by the noise of the world. Certainty is rooted in self-awareness, and this is where Stoic philosophy plays a significant role. The Stoics believed in cultivating inner clarity and understanding one's purpose in life. This clarity of thought allows for the kind of certainty that women find so appealing. A Stoic man is not influenced by fleeting emotions or the opinions of others. Instead, he is guided by his own principles and virtues, which provides him with a steady sense of direction. Women are drawn to men who have a clear sense of self because it signals strength and leadership. A man who knows who he is and is certain of his decisions creates a stable foundation in the relationship. This foundation allows the woman to feel secure, knowing that she is with someone who can navigate life's challenges with wisdom and poise. One of the most significant ways a man can make a woman feel valued is by giving her his full, undivided attention. In a world filled with distractions, where everyone seems to be multitasking and constantly looking at their phones, the simple act of offering someone your full attention is a rare and powerful gift. Commanding attention doesn't mean taking over a conversation or dominating the room. Rather, it's about being present in the moment, making the other person feel heard and understood. Women deeply appreciate men who give them their full attention. This quality demonstrates respect, care, and genuine interest in what the woman has to say. When a man listens actively, engages with her thoughts, and makes her feel seen, it fosters a sense of emotional connection that is invaluable. Attention isn't just about hearing words. It's about tuning into the feelings behind those words, the unspoken communication that often carries the most weight in relationships. Consider this. When a woman speaks, does she feel like she is the most important thing in the world to her partner in that moment? Does he listen without interruption, maintaining eye contact and responding thoughtfully? A man who is attentive and fully present makes a woman feel truly heard, and in a world where many people feel ignored or overlooked, this is a powerful form of emotional intimacy. This concept of attention goes beyond simple conversations. It extends to how a man engages with his partner on a deeper level. When he is present, he creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and understanding. Whether it's planning future goals, navigating conflict, or simply sharing moments of joy, a man's ability to command attention fosters a bond that goes beyond the superficial. Stoic philosophy aligns closely with this concept of attention. The Stoics emphasize the importance of focus and being present in the moment, undistracted by external influences. This level of mindfulness allows a person to truly engage with the present, making meaningful connections. A Stoic man doesn't just go through the motions of life. He engages fully with whatever he is doing, whether it's work, personal reflection, or connecting with others. Women are drawn to men who can command attention because it signals a high level of self-discipline, consideration, and respect for those around them. In relationships, attention is one of the most powerful ways to show affection. And when a man gives it freely and thoughtfully, it creates a strong emotional connection. It's this attention that makes a woman feel seen, appreciated, and valued. Silent power is one of the most subtle yet powerful qualities a man can possess. It is the kind of strength that doesn't need to be broadcasted or shown off. Rather than feeling the need to prove his worth through external displays, a man with silent power radiates strength through his demeanor, actions, and quiet confidence. This is not about arrogance or an inflated sense of self. It is a deeply rooted inner strength that commands respect without a word being spoken. Imagine a man who enters a room with the quiet confidence of someone who knows his worth, yet doesn't feel the need to announce it. His presence alone is enough to command attention and respect. He doesn't need to boast about his achievements or tell others how successful he is. His actions speak louder than any words could. This kind of silent power is incredibly attractive to women because it suggests a man who is emotionally secure, stable, and fully in control of his life. Silent power also stems from self-discipline. It's not about exerting control over others, but over oneself. A man with silent power has mastered his impulses and desires. He knows when to speak and when to stay silent, when to act and when to wait. This discipline creates a presence that is both magnetic and calming. It reassures those around him that he is not easily rattled and that his actions are guided by a deep understanding of his values and principles. In relationships, silent power provides a foundation of trust. A woman can feel secure with a man who doesn't need to constantly prove himself. She knows that he is confident in who he is and doesn't need to seek validation from others. This kind of strength creates a safe space where both partners can be vulnerable and grow together, free from insecurity or doubt. The Stoic principles of self-control, restraint, and inner strength align perfectly with this concept of silent power. The Stoics believed that true strength is not in the loud, boastful display of one's abilities, but in the quiet mastery of one's own emotions and actions. A Stoic man possesses a silent strength that is never forced or flaunted, but is felt deeply by those around him. This inner power becomes a source of confidence, stability, and peace, qualities that are incredibly attractive to women. Women are naturally drawn to men who possess silent power because it signals maturity, emotional intelligence, and a strong sense of self. This power doesn't need to be flaunted because it is inherent in the man's presence and actions. Silent power is the quiet confidence that creates a deep sense of admiration and respect. making it one of the most compelling qualities a man can possess. Quietude and discipline are perhaps the most underrated qualities in the modern world, yet they are some of the most powerful attributes a man can cultivate. Quietude is about the ability to maintain inner peace and stillness in a world that constantly demands action, noise, and movement. Discipline, on the other hand, refers to the ability to make decisions and stick to them, to act with purpose and intention, regardless of the distractions or temptations that life throws your way. Together, these two qualities create a man who is unwavering in his principles and steadfast in his pursuit of excellence. In a world filled with noise and chaos, a man who moves through life with quietude stands out. He's not rattled by external events or the pressure of the moment. Instead, he remains composed, calm, and focused no matter what is happening around him. This quietude comes from within. It is the result of self-mastery and emotional control. A man who practices quietude is able to create a sense of peace in any situation, making those around him feel more comfortable and secure. Discipline is the key that allows a man to live in accordance with his values and principles. It's the ability to make decisions based on long-term goals rather than immediate gratification. A disciplined man knows that success in life requires consistent effort, focus, and sacrifice. He does not give in to distractions or take shortcuts. Instead, he approaches life with purpose and intent, consistently working toward his goals, no matter how difficult or challenging the journey may be. Women are attracted to men who possess both quietude and discipline because these qualities suggest stability, reliability, and strength of character. A man who is calm and disciplined is someone who can weather the storms of life without being thrown off course. His steadiness provides a sense of security, while his discipline ensures that he will continue to improve and grow as a person. Together, these qualities create a foundation of trust and respect in any relationship. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from self-discipline and emotional control. They taught that a person's ability to remain calm in the face of adversity and to act according to virtue was the key to living a fulfilling life. A Stoic man embodies these principles through his quietude and discipline, living in harmony with his inner self and with the world around him. This way of life not only leads to personal growth, but also attracts others who are drawn to his calm strength and unwavering focus. Women are naturally attracted to men who exhibit quietude and discipline because they offer a sense of security and stability. These qualities provide a sense of peace in a world that is often chaotic and unpredictable. A man who possesses both quietude and discipline is someone who can be relied upon, someone who can face challenges with grace and purpose, making him an incredibly attractive partner. In conclusion, the 6 qualities we've discussed, emotional dominance, erotic mystery, certainty, command over attention, silent power, and quietude and discipline, are not just attractive traits. They are the foundation of a strong, stable, and meaningful relationship. They are far more valuable than money because they offer something deeper, more lasting, and more meaningful: emotional security, connection, and genuine intimacy. These qualities reflect the principles of Stoicism, which teaches us to live with purpose, discipline, and resilience. By cultivating emotional control, embracing mystery, developing certainty, offering undivided attention, mastering silent power, and practicing quietude and discipline, you not only become a man who women are naturally drawn to, but you also become a man who leads a fulfilling, purposeful life. If you found this video valuable, don't hesitate to share it with others who might benefit from these insights. And make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content on Stoic philosophy, self-development, and building stronger, more meaningful relationships.